Sometimes it can be very hard to decide if a different lifestyle is right for you or not, especially when it comes to an extreme one like a one-bag life. That's why this video is about the easiest way how you can find out for yourself if a one-bag life lifestyle is right for you or not. And at the end of the video, I'll give you my best tip on how you can decide if any kind of different lifestyle is right for you for any kind of lifestyle, even if you're not pursuing a one-bag life. So don't miss out. For all of you who are new to my channel, I'm Sven, just an extreme minimalist with less than 150 possessions, whose biggest desire is to live his whole life out of just one carry-on sized backpack. So if you end up liking the video, don't forget to subscribe and like, but most important, share a comment with your thoughts at the end of the video and join me on my way to a true one-bag life and to find out how an extreme minimalist lifestyle looks like. But I would say, let's get started. I think everyone thought at one point or another about switching to a different lifestyle from the current one that they are living. And maybe you just want to experience a new lifestyle, or you find some faults, I would say, in your current one, or you're just generally interested in finding out what a new lifestyle requires. No matter what of these things are, sometimes it can be very hard to decide if a new lifestyle or a different one is better than the current one or even worse than your current one. For me, it was definitely the same. First with minimalism and then extreme minimalism, but especially hard with a one-bag life. For me personally, I found it very hard to decide if these new lifestyles are the right ones for me, or maybe if they're even hurting my personal development. So I tried to find a way to make it as easy as possible for myself to decide if a new lifestyle or a general lifestyle switch makes my life better, or if these new lifestyles are making my life even worse. And I honestly think that I found for myself the easiest way to decide, just in view of a couple of points, if a lifestyle is right or not. But let's talk about the easiest way to find out if a new lifestyle, especially a one-bag lifestyle, is right for you or not. And the first thing that you should consider is the reason why you want to switch. And sometimes it can be very hard to find the things why you want to switch, but sometimes it can be very easy. For me personally, the easiest way is to just make a list of all the points that are currently stressing you out about your lifestyle, or that you don't like anymore about your lifestyle. Make a bullet list of all the points that you can think of and find, and take time. So don't take 1 minute or just make a quick list. Maybe you can take a month or some weeks maybe, just to think about everything that comes to your mind when you're living your lifestyle, and as I said, make a list out of these points. The next thing would be to assess if a one-bag life lifestyle can even provide these things that you are actually missing from your current lifestyle. So now is the time to research about a one-bag life, but I personally wouldn't start researching everything that is possible in a one-bag life. I would definitely start with researching just things that you are currently dissatisfied with, the disadvantages, the bad things about your current lifestyle, and to find out if a one-bag life lifestyle can solve these problems. Because honestly, if you can find a lifestyle that will fit these criteria that you're actually missing at the moment, I think the rest can come to itself and it will be much better than your current one. So find out if a one-bag life lifestyle can provide these things, and if yes, it's very good and you can go on, and if not, this is the first point where you can just start quitting and stop researching about a one-bag life, because that won't be right for you. But to make it easier, I will give you a very swift rundown of what a one-bag life lifestyle can provide for you. And I think the two most important things are freedom and independence. And these two things I mean in very different ways. When we talk about freedom, it's especially the freedom of movement. Because you're only living out of one bag, no matter the size, it will be much easier to move everywhere you want. And it doesn't depend if it's travel or if it's long-term moving. You just pack your stuff maybe in an hour, I would say not even in an hour, and you can move everywhere you want. And for me personally, that is the biggest freedom that you can get, because when you're dissatisfied with the situation, you just can move on very freely. The other thing is independence. And independence is in regards to all your belongings. Because you carry everything that you have on your back, or in your bag, I would say, you don't have to stress a lot about the things that you have. You exactly know what to replace when something breaks or something gets stolen or lost. so you don't need to stress about all the things, and especially you are very independent from everything else. You don't have a lot of things in your home, you don't have a lot of things that you need to rely on, so independence and all the things will be much greater with a one-bag life. On the other hand, you will gain a lot of more free time than you maybe currently have. Because you're sizing down only to the essentials in your one bag, you will definitely get rid of some things that normally would take a lot of your time. Maybe some things that will distract you, and maybe some things you used before to just distract yourself. You will get rid of these things and you will gain the time back that you before spent distracting yourself. So your life will be much calmer, I can promise you that, and you can focus much more on the things that you really like or that you really want to try, which gives you a lot of mental benefits, I would say personally, because as you said, your life will be much slower and you can spend the time on the things that are important to you and that you want to learn or experience. And these are just the main things that you will experience when you're transitioning into a one-bag life lifestyle. But I can promise you there are much more benefits to it that you will discover. But on the other side, make sure that you know that there are also disadvantages. But I already made some videos about that, so you can go and watch them to get maybe a better understanding of the benefits and the disadvantages of a one-bag life. And now it's the decisive moment for you to decide if a one-bag life lifestyle is right or not. I think the easiest way would be to take the list that you've done at the beginning with the things that bothering you about your current lifestyle and compare it to the things you found out about a one-bag life lifestyle. If most of the things that are on your first list are covered by the things that a one-bag life lifestyle can provide to you, then you should definitely give it a try. On the other hand, when most of the things that are disadvantages to you or think are bad in your lifestyle are not covered by a one-bag life lifestyle, I would say this lifestyle switch would be much too extreme to try it in the first place. Maybe you can try a different lifestyle like minimalism or extreme minimalism maybe even, but a one-bag life I would say would be a much extremer lifestyle change, and it wouldn't worth your time and your energy to jump into something that isn't providing you maybe the benefits at the beginning that you're looking for. As you can see, it's actually much easier to find out if a one-bag life lifestyle is right for you or not if you just follow these easy steps. For me personally, I did exactly the same things. I made a list of the things that I don't want or think are disadvantages of the current lifestyle of extreme minimalism and compared it to the things a one-bag life lifestyle can provide to me. And for me personally, then the switch was very easy to go from extreme minimalism to a one-bag life because I exactly knew what I don't like about my current lifestyle and what a one-bag life can provide for me. And I would say personally the fit was just perfect, so I made the switch, and as I said, it was very easy for me to decide. But now that you know how you can decide if an extreme lifestyle like a one-bag life is right for you or not, here is my best tip on how you can find out for yourself if a different lifestyle to your current one is right or not for any kind of lifestyle, even if you're not pursuing a one-bag life. Generally, I would say it's the same as with a one-bag life. The first thing that you should do is making a list of the points that you don't like about your current lifestyle, the disadvantages and the bad things, so you can, I would say, prepare yourself what a different or a new lifestyle would need to provide the things that you need. But in addition to that, I would definitely say you should make a list as well of the good things, so the things that you like about your current lifestyle, because in my experience, most of the people that want to change their current lifestyle just doing it because someone on the internet told them that they are living like a fancy lifestyle and that you definitely should try these lifestyles. So just make sure that before you even try or are thinking about switching, that you make a list of the good things and the bad things to find out if you just want to change because somebody may told you, or you think it's interesting on the internet, or you really want to change your lifestyle. But if you decided for yourself that it's time for a lifestyle switch, now is the time to research for new lifestyles. And as with a one-bag life, I would highly recommend to first look for the things that you now miss at your current lifestyle and just look for them to make sure that your new lifestyle will provide most of them. Because as I said before, I think if a new lifestyle can provide you with most of the things that you're missing right now, the rest will, I would say, fix itself. So you can go on and try these things. And if they don't provide you with these things, you know, you can just let them go and don't show any interest in these lifestyles. But no matter what you do, maybe the most important thing is that you take your time and do everything step by step. Because a new lifestyle change, even if it's just a very, very small one, can be very tricky if you cut corners right from the beginning just because you like the things that you saw in someone else's lifestyle. So definitely take your time, make the journey, make mistakes on the journey especially, and as I said, try to do it step by step and not try to fix your whole life from one day to another, because I'm very, very sure that at some point you will regret not taking the journey and taking not enough time, because you will oftentimes find new things about your lifestyle when you have time. And if you jump straight from start to finish, you will miss out of a lot of things and maybe even realize that the lifestyle you choose or you chose was not the right one for you if you would have taken your time. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe and like, but most important, share a comment with the next lifestyle you want to try. The next video will be about the reasons you definitely should not start a one-bag life lifestyle. In the meantime, you can watch my last video where I show you the main challenges of a one-bag life that you will encounter. But as always, thank you so much for watching and I see you in the next video.